Hello, Trish the Gong Gardener here. Today we're looking at what causes yellow leaves on Murraya and what can be done to green them up. There are several reasons why leaves may turn yellow. You may have one or more issue, so create a checklist. Possibilities can include lack of or too much water, damage to the stem or trunk, cold or cool weather. If you're growing your Murraya in a pot, it may be that there's worms or curl grubs in the pot. And the most common cause of yellowing leaves on Murraya are nutrient problems. So let's go through each one of these possibilities, starting with the most common. Murraya are in the citrus family and are heavy feeders. So give your plants a good feed using citrus food or complete fertiliser with trace elements. Feed your Murraya at the beginning of every season as you would a citrus tree. Follow the directions on the packet and don't overfeed your plants because that can cause other problems. If you feel your plant has been fed adequately and remains yellow, check the pH of the soil. To do this, use a colorimetric kit and follow the instructions. Incorrect pH can cause nutrient issues, so to ensure appropriate nutrient availability, the best pH for your Murraya is 6.5. The problem is, if your pH range is too high or too low, the plant can't absorb the nutrients that it needs. Next, if your plant is growing in a pot, make sure there's no curl grubs or worms in the potting medium. Of course, if your plant is in the ground, worms are beneficial and grubs aren't usually a problem because they mostly eat dead organic matter. Next on the checklist is cooler or cold weather. So cooler or cold weather can cause yellow leaves in winter. Murraya are frost sensitive, and if you live in a marginally cool climate, your Murraya may turn yellow in winter, as do citrus. Plants have a slower sap flow during the cooler months, so to reduce the yellowing in the cooler months, make sure you fertilise well before the cooler weather sets in. Also apply probiotics such as seaweed extracts or go-go juice. Now this one actually you should check first because it's easy to check and eliminate. So next, check to see if there's any damage on the trunk or the stem of the plant. Physical damage from animals or whippersnippers or weed whackers can stop the flow of water and nutrients to your plant. Also check that there's no tight plant ties that restrict the movement of water and nutrients. Next on the checklist is your soil too wet or too dry? You need to check that drainage and moisture are adequate. If your Murraya is in a pot, check that the drainage holes are not blocked. If it's in the ground or a pot, check the moisture by scratching down into the soil. If the soil's too wet, investigate what's causing the problem, and if the soil's too dry, give the soil a good water and check to see if the water has penetrated the soil. If the soil is hard to wet, apply some wetting agent, then give it a good water and apply mulch. Younger plants are more likely to yellow than older plants, so ensure your plants have a good start by following good planting procedure. I have another video on this that I'll link below. As your Murraya ages, the roots will go deeper into the soil and you won't need as much feed as when it was young. So just feed an older Murraya in autumn and spring. Let me know if this has helped and if you have any questions. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.